Hello and welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger on what is the date? August 28th, 2021. And it's Survival Saturday with Kitten. Today we're going to show you guys the application of a tactical pen in a basic situation where your wrist is grabbed by an assailant who might be striking you or trying to take you away. Now, in most martial arts, there's like a gazillion different uh, defense against your wrist being grabbed. You know, someone grab your wrist this way, you do one thing, they'll grab you this way, you do one thing, they'll grab you this way, you do one thing. And there's a lot to remember. I can't honestly say how many of these actually work, but I don't want to say they don't work because maybe for someone else they do. But what I'm going to show you guys is a very quick and simple way. And it's exactly why it's so important to carry something for self-defense, a tool that is going to be your equalizer and your pain multiplier. Right? What is equalizer? What is pain multiplier? We'll talk about that after today's demonstration. Okay, now stand up. If you are going to be using the right hand, so face, turn. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Um, let's say an attacker come up and grab her wrist. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter if it's right hand grab, left hand grab, two hand grab. This is the beauty of what we're showing you today. Doesn't matter which hand grab or both hand grab. Okay? But just so you guys can see, I'm just going to grab her with my left hand. And we're going to uh, do this slow so you guys can actually see what's going on. Now, it doesn't matter if she does like aikido or judo or whatever. If there's enough force on my end, if there's enough fear on her end, and if I'm big enough, most of her escape technique is going to fail. Right? That's just the way things are. If the person grabbing you is super strong, super big, or have enough aggression, you can twist and throw and all you want. Most likely you're just going to run out of energy. So this is when you bring in something like a tactical pen. Someone grab your wrist while you're struggling with them. Not very hard because you just want to pretend you're struggling, pretend you don't know what you're doing. You pull out your tactical pen, and there are three things to do, or three choices. First, you can hook your tactical pen over the offender's wrist. What's happening here is the hard aluminum of the tactical pen will anchor against my wrist bone. So all she had to do is pull this down while throwing the captured arm to the side, pull in the opposite direction. I can try to hold on. I can try to hold on, but it hurts so much when that pen is going against the bone on my wrist, right? And this is just the basic, right? In the more advanced self-defense, once she hooks that over my wrist, she might not just be pulling. She might be turning this and throwing this elbow into my chest while hooking my wrist with that. So as soon as I let go, this elbow is going to fly into my chest or up to my chin, right? Maybe a knee to the groin. That's the more advanced stuff. But even a simple pull and pull with that anchored against my wrist bone, I have to let go. Huh? It hurts otherwise. And this is the more simple, the more nice version. Now we look at the not so nice version. This time, rather than letting it settle on my wrist, it's a good idea to still hook it over the wrist at first, because then you know where the person's arm is, especially if you're blind. But rather than having it settle there, travel the point of the pen up to my elbow joint. Settle the pen in there, and while pulling the arm away, dig the point in. Yeah, out. Immediate pain. Like I'm not going to mess around with that. If I mess around, if I try to resist, that might actually go into the elbow. Okay. Now the third version is even worse. Now this time the point of the pen will go straight up to the shoulder joint. I captured the wrist. She anchored that again a shoulder joint. She pull and dig in. I have to let go. Yeah, I have to let go because the moment she pulled my arm forward, it pushed my shoulder joint right into the tip of the pen. For me to extract myself, I have to let go. Right? Now, some people are going to say, okay, so I know how to deal with this. She, I grab her, and she tried to get that tactile pen into my shoulder joint. I use my other hand to try to move her. But watch, as soon as I touch, trying to pull and dig, yeah, no, it's not going to work. Okay, the moment I reach for that, she just digs that right in. I'm going to let go of her. And again, this is after the person let go. You're not going to just stand there. In a more advanced self-defense, once the person let go, your pen is already in your hand. Then you come in hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist, chest, shoulder, throat. Don't kill people, okay? But just saying, the digging and pulling is just the beginning. Okay, so let's look at that from a different angle. Let's say I use this hand, a different hand. It will look exactly the same. Okay, wrist, hook the pen over the wrist, pull, pull. Yeah, yeah, doesn't help me at all. Elbow, ow, yeah, yeah, definitely work. Shoulder joint, yeah, yeah. No, uh, you can actually go into the armpit if you want. I don't know if you want to keep your tactical pen after that. Okay, so now it's a two hands. You guys will see two hands, same thing. I go with two hands, pick one of the three. Okay, now that's difficult, more difficult because it's two hands. This is when we want to be spontaneous. If you're doing the wrist thing, it doesn't work. Immediately travel up to the elbow. Yeah, that definitely works. Two hand or one hand, it works the same. Okay?
Yeah.
What if the person grab you and immediately start hitting? Okay? I'll show you guys. Let's say I grab her right hand and I start swinging at her left shoulder. She get her tactical pen out. All she has to do is angle the pen toward the side. Okay? Ow, ow. Every time I swing at her, all she has to do is meet me with the pen. Huh? She doesn't have to be super strong. The pen is so sharp that if I all it need to do is get me once, I'm not going to try to hit her again. Eh?
And
Eh?
I imagine there's sensitive parts along the wrist.
Oh yeah, around the wrist, inside of the arm. And it's mostly my own swinging the punch doing the job for you. Now my swinging in will impale myself on this thing. Okay? So this is um, why a tactical pen is so essential. Tactical pen, uh, knife, any sharp pain multiplier. Uh, we'll show one more, and then we'll quickly talk about pain multiplier and equalizer. What does that mean? So let's say she get her pen out, and me being a badass attacker, immediately I identify, okay, this is a problem. I go and grab the pen on. And now what she going to do? Look at that. She twists and she digs that pen right into my wrist. I have to let go. Or, my personal favorite, the moment I grab, she switches hand and go for the elbow or shoulder. Yeah. Eh? So this is something that when you have training with your partner, help them. Help them. So, you know, make it a game. Okay? Let's say I grab your pen arm and you switch. Try to release yourself. And I grab that. Yeah. And it depends on who's faster and who's more nimble, right? And we all know I'm way more nimble. So, what is uh, what is equalizer? What is pain multiplier? Uh, Equalizer is when you are physically, mentally, emotionally. Uh, I hate to say inferior, but less aggressive
Mm.
than the person. Because of course, the person is the attacker. They're the one who's going to do you harm. They are going to be mentally prepared. They're going to be physically stronger most of the time. If they're physically weaker, they wouldn't attack you. I mean, unless they're some kind of idiot. So usually at the beginning of the fight, you are not in an equal situation. Very few fights start equal. It's usually odds is in their favor. That's why they attack you. By introducing a tactical pen or a knife, or yeah, okay, she's American, so a gun. You are making the situation a little bit more equal, or even in your favor. That is why a tactical pen is one of the equalizers. Right? If if I try to, right, if 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 she and I start, take your pen out. If she and I just start lightly, or we'll do lightly, punching each other, punch me, punch me, punch, punch. Okay? Most likely, if we go full strength, it's not equal. I'm going to win. Huh? But the moment she brings this in, if I punch her once and she does that with the pen, suddenly she's the one that has the advantage. I am now wounded. Now I got a laceration. Yeah? So that is what equalizer means. What is pain multiplier? Pain multiplier means by employing leverage or a sharp object, you multiply the amount of damage, the amount of pain you can bring to the table. Same idea, a very basic idea. Let's say I grab her, and if she uses her finger on my elbow joint, right? Use your finger to grab my elbow joint, like poke into my elbow joint. That's never going to do anything. Huh? Even if she has nail, which she does, that's not going to do anything. But the moment she put that tactical pen in there and start applying pressure, see how fast I let go, right? The pain is like 20 times. and the damage it can do 20 times. And that's a tactical pen. We haven't even addressed the knife. Right? So, serious guys, if you're serious about your self defense, learn your technique, learn your martial art, learn your Krav Maga, learn Johnny Tiger, whatever, Night Strike style. But above all, get yourself a self defense tool. Of course, have to be legal. I'm not saying to go out and get a nuclear bomb or to get a machine gun, but within the legal limit, get something or anything better than nothing. Even if that technical pen is a regular pencil, it would still do the same thing. It might break a lot faster, but a pencil digging into the elbow, yeah, that's going to hurt just as much as that technical pen. Right? So get something, get anything if you're serious about your self-defense. Thank you for checking out today's Tactical Tuesday. I think she's abused me enough. I'm like bleeding internally. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Soul Search Sunday. Actually, tomorrow we are going dragon boating. So
Yay.
if you don't hear from me tomorrow, then that means we went down with the Titanic.
Oh.
No, anyway. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.